Welcome to the NASCAR IRWIN Tools Cup Series Season 2 as we make our first ever stop at the Martinsville Speedway for race number 10. And obviously this is the third race in the chase, the first in the round of 8, as 8 drivers survived the carnage at Talladega, the big one, and they are here ready to take on 20 laps around this half-mile speedway. And one driver is hoping to make it into the championship 4, as we will find out if someone's going straight to Homestead, or we could possibly see an upset in today's race. So it should be exciting, and we're going to look at your starting lineup for the STP 500 here at Martinsville. So in row 1, we got Kyle Busch and Matt Kenseth, the 2 Gibbs cars that advanced. Both of them eye that championship 4, as Busch is the defending champ. Joey Logano and Keselowski, Penske drivers in row 2. Keselowski is hoping for his second trip. Jeff Gordon and Carl Edwards. Jeff Gordon's possible final race. Carl Edwards, and he is continuing. Jimmy Johnson, he is hoping to eye his first championship 4 appearance. Kyle Larson doing really well, even though got eliminated. Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick. Martin Truex Jr. wants to return trip. Harvick got eliminated last weekend. Denny Hamlin and Allmendinger. Denny Hamlin got eliminated, and on Allmendinger, both of them are really good here in Martinsville. Danica Patrick and Chase Elliott. Danica, this is probably her best track. Austin Dillon and Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch has a big hole to dig out of, and we're going to see if he can catch up in this race. Casey Kane and Jamie McMurray, they're both finding speed. Maybe Season 3 is their year. Ryan Newman and Ryan Blaney, as both of them have just had okay stats here in Martinsville. Tony Stewart starts farthest back of the chasers, as he made it this far, and Paul Menard. And then we got Trevor Bayne and Clint Boyer, as Boyer, his time in the 15 is almost up. Thank goodness. Then we have Landon Castle and Casey Mears. Casey Mears, his career is winding down. 3 races left for him. Eric Almirola and Greg Biffle. Greg Biffle's career also winding down as well. And another guy, obviously, Brian Scott as well. He is stepping out of 44. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. This is probably one of his worst tracks. Chris Buescher and Jeffrey Earnhardt, as they are both going to be switching rides for Season 3, as well as Matt Benedetto. Regan Smith hopes to find a ride for Season 3. And rounding it out, we got Michael McDowell and David Reagan, a couple races left in the 23 car. So today's honorary starter today is the diecast guys. He's going to be leading the pace car as we set off, as we're going to start this race. Lap 1 out of 20. The round of 8 is underway at the paperclip. Green flag is in the air. Kyle Busch lets Matt Kenseth go. This is really early in the going, so obviously teammates are going to work together, as we should see Joey Logano let Keselowski in, as he does right there, as now they head down for lap 1. Matt Kenseth gets the lead, and you can see the driver is trying to get down to the inside line. Matt Kenseth continues with the lead. Carl Edwards gets a little loose. He gets bumped, and he's going to fall back. Matt Kenseth continues to lead this race. Kyle Busch is too smart, I think, to make a move this early. Lap 3 out of 20. They stay single file up front. Jeff Gordon back there. Johnson battles with Kyle Larson, as Larson's going to try to duck low. Matt Kenseth still with the lead. Lap 4 out of 20. Matt Kenseth, you can see, still single file, as we got Joe Gibbs, Penske, then Hendrick, and Martin Truex Jr. also trying to move up, and Edwards is falling way back. He got way on that outside. At 5 out of 20, still it looks like it's turning into a train here, as no one's going to make a move this early in the race. Plenty of laps left here at the paperclip, and they're going to bide their time until the end. Lap 6 out of 20, they're starting to catch lap traffic already. As you can see, almost single file throughout the entire field. Matt Kenseth is now going to catch lap traffic, and now lap 7 out of 20, Kenseth makes some bold moves, as they're now entering lap traffic. And yep, this is where it gets pretty crazy. Look at this. Matt Kenseth gets Stenhouse a lap down. Lots of other drivers are going a lap down. And whoa, we got a crash. Trevor Bayne, Chase Elliott, Almirola, and Allmendinger all tangled. All of them have minor damage, it looks like, as we have a little bit of a collision here on the in turn one, you can see, yeah, it looks like it just got clipped. All 4 of these guys will continue. Sadly, they will all be a lap down as they were caught by the pace car since this place is so slow. There's Chase Elliott, Almirola, Trevor Bain, and then there's AJ Allmendinger, and behind him, Casey Mears. They will all continue, but they will obviously be with the lap cars. And we're going to restart lap 10 out of 20. We are now halfway. Matt Kenseth is going to lead him, and he's going to let Kyle Busch in. As Kyle Busch, he takes the lead here at Martinsville. And you can see now it looks like Keselowski will probably let Joey Logano in, as you can see here, as they continue as now single file. Lap 11 out of 20. Kyle Busch, as he is only about 9 laps. Oh, and then we got a crash. Matt DiBenedetto hard into the wall, and he got tapped, and this is a lot harder than the crash before, and that is going to probably end his day. Look at this. He got turned by McDowell and into the wall, and Matt DiBenedetto, as he only has 2 more races with BK Racing before he takes over Jeffrey Earnhardt's spot in the 32. And we're going to restart 13 out of 20. It looks like Kyle Busch will not let Kenseth in on this restart. And that's out up, and green flag back in the air. And Matt Kenseth gets spun, and Keselowski, 2 chasers into the wall off the restart. And Matt Kenseth and Brad Keselowski tango into turn 1. And both of them hard into the turn 1 wall after this impact. We're going to watch this. So Kyle Busch did not let Kenseth in. And it looks like, I don't know if Keselowski got into him or, yeah, Keselowski, Truex turned them both, or I don't know. It looks like Keselowski just pushed him a bit. Matt Kenseth, he wrecks out. Brad Keselowski as well. So both of them are not going to have very good days here in Martinsville. And now you can see Martin Truex Jr. is now on pit road. He got heavy nose damage. They would rather take the time to repair. It looks like he will be able to stay on the lead lap as he pitted under caution, and he will get back in line. So we're going to restart lap 16 out of 20. Green flag is back in the air as now Kyle Busch takes the lead into turn 1 as Kyle Busch, and Tony Stewart, another chaser, crashes, and caution is out again, and it looks like Tony Stewart blew a tire heading into turn 1. He went straight into the wall. This is similar to Carl Edwards' crash in the Cup race that took him and put him in a must-win situation at Texas. And a hard impact. Look at that. Yes, Stewart blew a tire. And Tony Stewart doesn't put him behind the wall, as 4 out of the 8 chasers have had issues today, and he will join them behind the wall. And we're going to restart. Now, lap 18 out of 20. 3 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Kyle Busch and Casey Kane 3 wide. And Jimmy Johnson's easily going to duck in, and that's going to save him from falling way back. Kyle Busch takes the lead. Jeff Gordon is in second, and he's battling with Logano. Lap 19 out of 20, 2 laps to go. Kyle Busch can see Homestead right in front of him. Does Jeff Gordon decide to use the bump and run, or can Kyle Busch hold him off? Now, up 20 out of 20. Jeff Gordon's going to make his move. They head down. He bumps him out of the way. Jeff Gordon to the lead. And here we go. Does he let Jimmy Johnson by? Coming off of turn 4. Jeff Gordon is going to win in possibly his final Irwin Tools Cup Series race. Jeff Gordon pulls off the upset, and he wins in the 88 car at Martinsville Speedway. How about that? Watch this again. Jeff Gordon uses his Martinsville mastery, and he takes it, and he wins for the 88 team. And Jeff Gordon is going to do his burnout here, possibly for the final time. And what a race for Jeff Gordon. So congratulations to Doritos and Mountain Dew 662 for your win at Martinsville Speedway. Upset win today for Jeff Gordon. So we're going to leave the results. Jeff Gordon wins. Jimmy Johnson gets second. Kyle Busch Casey Kane got 4th today, surprising for him. Joey Logano got 5th, and Danica Patrick finished his 6th. Great run for her. As so far, it's looking like Johnson, Kyle Busch, and Logano were safe. Kurt Busch had just an okay day back there. And now here's your second page. Martin Truex Jr. had gotten wrecked. That really hurt him. A lot of these guys back here, like Chase Elliott, Almirola, Allmendinger, they got a lap down in that wreck. Never really could recover. A couple of them obviously got the lucky dog and got back around. But not much for them. And then here's your last page. Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski, they're looking at a must-win situation heading into Texas. So not a good result for them. So now it's time to look at your point standing. So right now, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, or Logano, they just need a good race, or they need about a top 10 at least to probably a top 10 will probably seal it for them. That's probably the best they have to do. And then Kurt Busch, he's probably going to have to play on the offensive because you got Brad Keselowski, Matt Kenseth, Martin Truex Jr., Tony Stewart, all below. They could very well win and take a spot away from Kurt Busch. So he's got to start trying to think about winning or at least placing a top 5. So obviously, race number 11 will be in the Lone Star State and at Texas, where the round of 8 and 8 drivers are going to battle. 4 come out with a shot to win the championship. And what a race today at the paperclip. Jeff Gordon wins, and this is probably his final Irwin Tools Cup Series race, unless he does a one-off race. That would be very complicated, but yeah, very exciting. So it should be a great race next week as the Irwin Tools Cup Series Season 2 is heading down to the home stretch as next week we decide your championship 4.